Mesdames and messieurs, it is with deepest pleasure and greatest pride that I welcome you tonight. And now, I invite you to relax and watch as I, your host, proudly presents a review of a tale as old as time and a movie as old as I am. Beauty and the Beast. After rejecting a beggar woman's plea for shelter in exchange for a rose, a selfish prince is turned into a beast by the woman who turns out to be an enchantress. The rose also turns out to be a magic rose which would set the fate of the beast. The only way he could become human again is if he could learn to love someone and earn love back by the time the last petal would fall. Otherwise, he would be a beast forever. Not far off from where the beast lives is a little town where a woman named Belle lives. She is very different from the other villagers who constantly gossip behind her back about how strangely different she is. When Belle's father goes to a fair to show his invention, he gets lost and finds himself in the beast's castle. He receives hospitality from the servants of the castle who have been turned into moving appliances. But that all abruptly ends when the beast finds him and throws him into the dungeon. When Belle goes to rescue her father, she makes the choice of taking his place as the prisoner of the beast. As you imagine, Belle is not happy being trapped in this castle. But soon the beast starts to develop feelings for her and they eventually start to develop a relationship as they get to know one another. However, a man named Gaston is bent on making Belle his wife and starts using drastic means after being rejected repeatedly, his last resort being leading an angry mob to kill the beast. As you all know, this is the second movie in the Disney Renaissance. Even though The Little Mermaid was a huge success, you could argue that Disney outdid themselves with this movie, and again with Aladdin, and again with The Lion King. But my main point is everything from the characters, to the story, to the music, to the animation is just so delightful. First you got Belle as our main heroine, and by golly, she is just marvelous. Even with her kind persona and huge difference from the crowd, she doesn't take crap from anyone, including Gaston and even the beast who tries to force her to join him for dinner. She's animated wonderfully, she's portrayed wonderfully, she is just a wonderful character. The side characters are also enjoyable. I mean, what else can I say about Lumiere? He is just a very great hospitable companion, and he knows how to put on a first-class dinner and show. Need I say more? It is also great that some of the cast members have theater backgrounds like Jerry Orbach, Angela Lansbury, and Paige O'Hara, so you get some very exceptional singing in this movie. Gaston is a very interesting villain in that someone like him could exist in this world. On the surface, he's a very muscular and handsome man, but beneath that is a very devious brute who will stop at nothing to get what he wants and will use very drastic measures to get it. The relationship between Belle and the Beast is also done very well. Unlike most Disney romances, the two of them don't get along at first, but soon the Beast starts to feel pity for Belle when he sees her sad and scared of him. From there, the Beast starts his journey to become more human and learn to be more loving to Belle. There's a very nice scene where the Beast surprises Belle by showing her this huge library he has in his castle, and it would signify the beautiful relationship they would have. But then, you got that incredibly beautiful scene where they have a formal night together. As a kid, I didn't really care much for it, but right now as an adult, I really appreciate it. The animation and the music and that unbelievable crane shot in the ballroom is just so phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, I actually teared up during that scene. Go ahead and judge me. I'm just a guy who appreciates cinematic beauty. Now I know a lot of people would bring up a certain psychological condition associated with the romance. Well, to borrow a line from one of the songs, I think it's done in perfect taste that you can bet. Also, the side characters and later the Beast would make Belle feel more like a guest than a prisoner. Plus, when the Beast gives her freedom to go to her father, she actually goes. If you ask me, I think the most disturbing aspect of this movie is the castle fight. Why? Because Feather Duster mates get defeathered while villagers get crushed by wardrolls and get eaten by Trunks. I mean, a cannibal works in the castle? On a side note, I also like how you see the shadow of a bewildered guy getting hit repeatedly by a mace. I bet if the mace had a mouth, he would be saying, "Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!" But I digress. I really don't know what else to say about this film. It is just a beautiful, stellar animated classic, and it still holds up incredibly well. So with that said, I'm giving Beauty and the Beast my complete approval. As all of you know, there is a remake of this movie being released. And I know a lot of you are thinking, why remake this? And I'd be lying if I say I didn't feel the same way. As Cosworth would say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And while I think it's nearly impossible to recapture the magic and wonder of the original classic, I'm very open to the remake, and it seems like people are very open to it too. Until it was announced that they were making LeFou gay. But what do I think about it? Well, I'm not totally against it, but I feel that if it's not done in a very exploitive manner, I don't think it would hurt the movie in any way. I mean, people were okay with that scene in Enchanted where Prince Edward comes across a biker dude who smiles suggestively at him, and people were totally fine with seeing same-sex couples getting babies and stories. But this, you are going too far, Disney. Boycott this movie. I find that very ironic. But I will give you my opinion on the remake as soon as possible. Until then, have a great day.